Hey, folks, if you haven't heard about Anchor, let me tell you, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. First of all, it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. I'm recording these intros on my phone. It's wild. Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you on all the mediums. It can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Those are the only two I know, but there's those and many more. And you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So what you need to do is go download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Do it!
Okay.
Hell yeah, baby. Welcome
We got
to
something.
Just the Clip. Yeah, welcome to it. It only took 45 minutes to figure it out.
Fuck Zoom, dude. I'm fucking tired of it.
Yeah, I'm tired of it too.
It's easy to use, but it wasn't created. It was like not ready to handle like a pandemic and everybody defaulting to it.
Yeah,
It's
not at all. I mean, nobody was. So fucking get it together, Zoom.
Yeah.
Fucking Facebook figured it out.
Did they?
I think so.
Oh. Well, why didn't we use
I
that?
don't
Why
know.
didn't we use Facebook then? What if they figured
No,
it out?
I'm saying like every other website fucking was able to handle the coronavirus. Why wasn't?
Oh.
Who made Zoom? The unemployment offices?
Yeah, maybe. I kept getting a busy signal, so maybe. They need to, someone else needs to create one that's like more stable, and they'd probably make a shit ton of money.
Oh, there you go. There's our fucking cash cow. So what's up, you fucking little bitch boy?
Liberal bitch boy.
Yeah, dude.
I'm only a couple LBs, not that many. No, I don't know. Doing good.
Cool.
How was your weekend? You
Good.
did some car work, right?
Yeah, I just worked on Stacy's fucking brakes all weekend. It was a bitch. It sucked. And I'm not a man, so I hate it. I hate working on cars.
You went break for broke.
Yay. Yeah, it was $400.
That's it?
Yeah, but that's a lot of money,
You were
dude.
like, but you were like, I can't buy an engagement ring because of these brakes, and it was $400.
Dog, but her engagement ring's fucking expensive.
Yeah, but it's
So
not,
that's a lot of money in 1 week. If for one day, $450.
yeah, I had to drop $300 because my tire went flat. I had to buy like 3 new tires Sunday.
Yeah, dude, it fucking sucks.
But I just went to a place.
And then all the labor and all that shit. So I mean, yeah, it would have been 12 if I hadn't done it myself with my dad and my sister's fiance. So what's up? Did you cheat on your girlfriend? Did your girlfriend cheat on you? What's going on?
No, we cleared the air. It's all good. We had a good talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't be happier. There was a lot of context missing that would have been nice to know, I guess.
What? What do you mean? There's no context.
No, there was a lot of context I was missing that it would have been nice to know.
Oh, you were missing. I was like, yeah, I didn't give any context. I didn't want to.
No, I meant, no, I didn't have. Yeah, I mean, I just did my thing. There was no added context on my end, but there was context on her end that I didn't know. That would have been nice to know. Are you frozen or are you just staring at me?
I'm fucking listening to you.
So she stayed at my mom's
Go on.
house, and apparently at one point I left my computer open, so she read through my messages, and they were from like December, but First of all, why would you go through my messages? They're not for you. If they were for you, I'd send them to you. But she like read. I feel like I'm sorry. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you should be.
I can't hear you.
Should be.
Oh, I should be. Okay.
You should be. You should be sorry. You fucked up twice.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I'm making up for it. I'm getting pegged Saturday, so that's fun.
Pegged?
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
You guys planned on a pegging?
Well, just taking one for the team so we can get past this.
Oh, so she's going to fucking rail you with a dildo?
Yeah, I guess that's my punishment. I don't know. I don't usually mix pain with pleasure, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't mix emotional pain with pleasure, but yeah, you might fuck up again. Who knows?
Yeah, we might have to carry this over into Sunday. I don't know.
So you're getting fucking railed on Saturday night.
Yeah, Josh is on a show out of town, so I can scream if I need to. I've been there before. I can handle it.
So how did the conversation go from, yeah, we're going to stay together too, I want to fuck you in the ass?
No, it was just, I don't remember how it initially got brought up, but I guess because she knew I was bi, she was like, so you probably had things in your ass, right? And I was like, yeah, I guess. And she's like, I've always wanted to do this, and now I'm just like, all right, you can do it, because I felt like I fucked up. So I was like, all right. But now I'm like, should I have given up the pegging so early? Because it's like all I have to offer a woman is if she wants to peg me. I'm like, you can peg me, but once
you can't give up anal so soon.
Once
dude.
I give you that, I got nothing else to offer you. So it's like, it's probably going to be over in 2 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, you gave up your secret weapon. You're fucking sloppy, disgusting asshole.
It's the only thing I had. Is the only card I was holding. And I'll be clutching tight onto anything I can grab while that's happening. But
it's so funny that you have like, dude, you should have put a countdown on Facebook. 5 days till I get fucking railed.
well, I was like, oh, Blake's gonna know about my sexual business. She's like, you don't have to tell him. I was like, oh, I'm gonna end up telling him. It's just gonna happen.
Yeah, I didn't even bring up any of that. You just,
well, good, because that's
I'm gonna get paid.
That's literally not like the least of my concerns. So,
what's the biggest concern?
Nothing. I'm good. We should talk about
what? No.
This is
no. What is it? Because now I know it's better. I know it's better than getting pegged. What is it? What are you concerned about?
I've just been like eating my own cum, and it's been like really hot, and I don't know why.
Like temperature wise?
No, just like it's not bad.
Oh my god, dude! What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I never thought I would like my own cum because I just came before I did that, and so I'm not like turned on usually, but. There's no audio. What the fuck?
It's so fucking
it's
weird.
Just like an earthquake happening. What?
It's so weird. It is so weird.
I know. You never know what you're into until you do it. So
just eating your own cum.
Well, she wanted to she likes facials, so she wanted to make. I was like, well, you could try to give me a facial by letting the cum out of your pussy on my face, but then she just made me eat it out of there, and it was actually really hot. So now that's what I do. That's a thing I do.
Oh my god. Oh man.
Well, I just want to get that out of the way now so that we don't have to fucking have a terrible episode 3 weeks from now where it comes out and I just feel like an idiot.
Yeah, it comes out right into your mouth. Just drips right out of there. Dude, what the fuck? Oh my God, you're a degenerate.
Yeah, probably. I can never do that with anybody, but for some reason with her, I'm still like really turned on all the time because she's like, I don't know, I just really get along with her in every way.
You guys are gonna just get along with her, you know. So we're just pals. So I just eat my own cum out of her. I just eat my own cum out of her pussy. That's, you know, we're good friends. So I just fucking, you know, sometimes I like to eat my own cum out of her pussy. Because that's what friends are for, dude.
I'm sorry if our relationship's stronger than most people's, but
yeah, they can. How many relationships can survive 3 cheatings and
yeah, 2 of them were me though. So that's if we're keeping tabs, I'm winning.
Dude,
I just want to say that.
You guys are going to end up drinking your own piss.
No. She said she likes how open-minded I am, except for that. So I was like, it was just a sip. She's
just a sip.
She's as bad as you, because when I was dealing with all that fucking shit last week, when I was like, but I wasn't telling her what was bothering me, and I was like, I can't sleep. I'm like awake all night. She sent me this thing like, there's an old Japanese like thing that says like, if you can't sleep, it's because you're fat and gay. And I was like, hey, fuck you.
It's probably keeping you up at night.
I mean, the sleep apnea alone, which is probably from fat, but yeah.
Yeah, and eating your own cum, it doesn't help. It's a lot of calories.
Yeah, it's the acid reflux I get keeps me up.
Dude, so okay, if you eat your own cum, I guess it comes out as poop.
I haven't thought about it like that. But yeah,
because it goes through the.
When she pegs me, I'll be like, "Look for some semen in there while you're in there." I mean, there might be some already just because my lifestyle, but you know,
that can't be good for your Crohn's, dude.
No, I don't know. Maybe it is. It's like stem cells, right? Or it's like,
yeah, maybe you'll rebuild your intestines
by eating my own cum. That's true.
Yeah, this is wild.
Because if I'm eating it out of a vagina, I'm kind of getting both. Well, I don't know. I'm probably not getting any like stem cells from the woman, but it's almost like a stem cell, right?
No. No, it's not.
Well, show me a scientist who's tried what I'm doing, because I think it's
Dr. Ruth.
Well, that's probably all she can have, because she's like old. They drink like Ensures and thick milkshakes anyway.
Yeah, dude, there you go. So what, are you going to bottle your own cum?
Yeah.
Go to UDF. Hey, can you make me a malt? I've got my own milk.
I had a terrible joke way back before I did stand-up. Because when I like came on my face, it burned my eyes. And I was like, dude, I should put this in a bottle and use it as pepper spray. And I was like, I should either call it the money shot or pecker spray.
Yeah.
This is way before comedy, by the way.
Well, that doesn't really sound that far off from where you're at now. So.
It's not. It's not. I hate that your audio is very delayed and I can't tell what you're saying until
It's not. It's not at all delayed.
Well, it's not coming through on my end till whatever.
I went, ugh.
All right.
When you said that. So it's not delayed. You just can't hear criticism.
Also, we went to her mom's house yesterday to like go through some old shit that she needed to clean out because they're moving, I guess, or whatever. And I found this like old scrapbook she had that was like, you know, it was like my first concert and this stuff like all like pasted in there on different pages. And then there was one page that said like someone special, and it was just blank, and I was like, haha, someone special, that makes sense, you're gonna be alone forever. Her mom fucking lost her mind. I didn't even realize. I was just laughing. I was still looking at the book, and she was like fuming, standing over me, and I just looked up, and she was like, Jeremy, and I was like, what? She's like, how dare you say that? And I was like, that's like, we joke like that, like that's how we joke. She's like, I heard you have a fucking daughter, and just remember, if someone comes over your house and talks to her like that, I was like, they're going to be making fun of me. It's not going to be how you think at all.
Holy shit, dude. Holy fuck. What did Carrie say?
She just laughed. But I get how, like, I forgot that, like, her parents don't like it when I call her bitch or stuff, even if I'm joking. It's,
Do you call her a bitch in front of her mom?
I haven't yet, but I do, like, as a joke all the time. I'm always like, shut up, you fucking bitch. But it's always, like, funny because it's like, who would talk to someone that way if they were...
Right. But Jesus Christ, dude, you gotta rein it in. I guess I am pretty mean to Stacy in front of her mom, but it's always, like, being mean to her because she's mean to me. Like telling her mom that she's mean to me. Last time I was over there, I told her mom that Stacy hit me
with a shoe.
Yo, that fucking post gave me life this morning.
I was really waiting for it to be like, I was like, wait, is it? Because he posted like, I've been known to beat some drows or whatever the fuck he said, and I was like, wait, is this gonna end up with it being like something? I was like.
No, dude, just that guy was like, I didn't know I was this guy. He's like 22. He's the worst comedian ever.
Well, he's brand new. I mean, come on.
Well, he's not brand new. He's been doing it for like 2 years now. But he was like, what did he say? Oh, I can't believe I live with a woman beater. And everybody at first is like, whoa, like, what the fuck? So somebody goes, yeah, like, you live with somebody beat their woman? Yeah. And he goes, yeah, he beat her with a shoe. And then that's when everything was like, oh boy. And then, you know, some people got mad. But then like 5 hours later, I look back at the post and this lady like literally had just commented and she goes, so like there's all these bad jokes.
I feel like if I got to experience it in the time you did where you got to come back later and see it, it would have been way funnier than just reading it all at once.
Dude. And then, I come back later and she goes, hey, it's me, the lady who got beaten by the shoe. I got his ass or whatever. And then she like told her whole life story on the fucking post.
I would have been like, shut up, bootlicker.
That's funny. Oh, man, there was once an old lady who lived in a shoe because her husband beat the fucking shit out of her with it.
So it was the only way she could get her husband to hold her. It was she was inside that shoe.
So do you want to talk about our favorite comedian of all time?
Dude, I think he's earned his own episode at this point for sure. Yes,
I really do too. So you start. Tell the audience who our favorite comedian of all time is.
Well, it's obviously the comedy whore. That's who my favorite comedian is.
The comedy whore.
He started... That's what he should name his next special, if he gets one.
It's not clean, man. That's not
That's
clean.
True.
He's clean comedy god. He, dude, okay, so is this comedian, and he's a comedian. I think that's the best way to describe. He's been described as a comedian, and it's
how he identifies. So we respect his.
So we respect that. You know what I mean? Like, he's coming to the stage next, and he's very funny. Whatever, you know, his pronouns. But so yeah, this guy has been doing comedy for what, 14 years.
Well, here's what's crazy. If you listen to him on that podcast, he says he did it. He started in 2005, which would be 15 years, but he did it for like a couple or a few years here. Then he moved to Chicago, didn't do it. Moved back here in 2017, and then started really being like, I need to headline and get back into it.
Yeah, but he was still doing comedy stuff.
Yeah, he said he was doing theater and like wrote a play and was doing like improv and
yeah.
But I don't know. The whole thing is insane to me. I'm thinking if I would have took that dumb class at the Funny Bone 20 years ago, would I have a dry bar special right now? It's like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, man, this guy's got a dry bar special, which we saw the unedited version, and man, if you watch the regular version, you're going to be like, this guy's kind of bombing.
They posted a new clip 3 weeks ago, and it's still a lot of not funny. This guy's timing sucks. This is that. I just want to be like, this guy sucks. I just want to be like,
everybody is shitting on him super hard. The only thing they like that he does are those stupid fucking impressions.
Well, actually, on his album, the biggest laugh was when he talks about his wife farting. But I think it's just because farts are like still funny to people.
Yeah, man. Hey, okay, so we gotta rein this in a little bit. So, do you want to talk about his album, or do you want to talk about his dry bar?
Well, a thing I really wanted to do was compare, because the dry bar thing they posted is like the beginning of his album, and I thought it'd be fun. If I had time, I wanted to edit them together. But I thought it'd be fun to play the album versus the dry bar, because I think the laughs are pumped up in the dry bar. And then you listen to it.
They are.
The album was recorded in front of a sold-out crowd at the comedy club in. Yet there's not a laugh to be heard almost on the entire album.
Former headliner.
I know. I was going to say, fucking Blake was there. Meanwhile, kind of off topic, but the other guy that, in our scene that got a dry bar special, not even qualified to host at Go Bananas, and fucking dry bar special.
But Mark Shalafu got one though too.
That's dope.
But that's probably off like a Sneed rec.
Yeah, but Mark Shalafu's like got jokes,
funny, hilarious and clean, and he's like, but he doesn't feel like he's clean when you're watching him. But yeah, dude. So all right, so this guy, fucking man. I mean, he's the worst. I mean, first of all, he's the worst comedian I've ever seen, but he has the most confidence I've ever seen. It's insane. Like, to do those shitty bits so well is just insane to me. Yeah. Like, to fucking go on stage and be confident in how fucking bad you are, it's fucking nuts. So he does this dry bar, and we saw the non-pumped up version, like the thing. We saw the rough cut.
We found
they don't.
It was unlisted. We had to watch other videos for it to pop up. Like, we had to search, you know.
But so the audio's not pumped up on this one, and boy howdy, he bombs a lot in a fucking taping. It's a taping. So that sucked. But then his dry bar, like, whatever, it's still, like, even if you watch it regular, it still sounds bad.
Yeah.
Like, after they fucked with the audio on that shit.
Laugh sound, the crowd sounds so fake. Like, when he's like, round of applause, who's clapped their hands before or whatever. And it's like, it sounds it sounds so canned. Like, it's not that, like, it doesn't sound like it even has the same acoustics as the room or anything. It's like weird as fuck. It's very bizarre.
So we watched that, and I think we recorded a whole thing on that.
No, we were going to, but we never did. We just watched it.
Okay, so whatever.
After
it's terrible.
We recorded once.
It's really bad, but he released an album called, and wow. I mean, it's impressive that it got classified as a comedy album.
And it's on Spotify.
It's on Spotify. It's on everything. It's on Apple Music.
I know, but...
And it is... Like, The Day the Laughter Died by Andrew Dice Clay at least had the fucking self-awareness to call it The Day the Laughter Died. Because he bombs... I mean, would you say he bombed the whole time?
Yeah, except for that one bit towards the end. Other than that, I felt like he bombed the entire fucking time. And the commitment and the drive and the like selling the punchlines, even though you get absolutely nothing, and continuing blows my fucking mind, because there's literally parts where he says this big punchline and there's absolute silence, like not even a titter, and it blows my fucking mind that he continues like he's killed, like he's doing fine.
And also, I like how you gave him the benefit of the doubt by saying a big punchline.
Yeah.
There really isn't
No.
any big punchlines. It's fucking, dude. It's like, and it's also just the worst, hackiest fucking shit you could ever think of.
What's funny?
Like, it's like the worst stand-up comedy.
He has this terrible song called, and on the
Oh my god!
on the album he actually fucks it up, because it was driving me crazy when I had to listen to it like 4 times. I was like, am I having a stroke? What is happening? And then I listened to that terrible video he'd made of it where he recorded it differently, and I was like, oh, okay, that he did fuck it up, because I was like, what the fuck is happening?
What do you mean he fucked it up?
Because on the album he says, first of all, also the audio of the song is crazy. It goes from like him talking to the crowd, and the audio kicks in, and I got to turn my fucking volume down. It's like all of a sudden amped up, like. But he's singing a lyric, and he says, and I was like, what the fuck? You just said, run. Am I fucking having a stroke? And then I went and listened to the like pre-recorded one that he did, and it was, so he definitely fucked it up. But it's like on the album, like fucked up. It's fucking crazy.
Well, it's not that crazy. I mean, would it have fucking made a difference? You know what I mean? It ain't gonna make a fucking difference.
No, but it's just wild to me, because I also thought it was recorded separately, because the audio changes, but it could just be the plug-in for the ukulele or whatever.
It's like just the plug-in for the uke.
It was nuts. I was like, why would you put this out? I would have not ever even put this out. I would have. I mean,
and
even,
he's like promoting it hard.
Even if I was unaware of how bad I was, I wouldn't have put it out. Like, I feel like I would have been like, I fucked that up. I did, but I mean, I don't know. It's like, that's why it's so wild to me.
Okay, so here's the thing. We have a little more background on this, because we watched a podcast which I actually really like. It's called Hot Breath.
Yeah.
And he did an episode of that, and he talks about the recording of the album and basically how he cornered this guy into making him record his album. And like at first, like he emailed him and was like, hey, will you record my album? And the guy was like,
no,
you should do it yourself, whatever. And he's like, yeah, that's great, but
what if I book you on a show?
I want you to what if I let you middle for me? So how bad is though, too?
I looked him up because I thought he was like an older comic, and he's like a young Zach Powers looking motherfucker. I was like, oh, what the hell?
Young?
Huh?
He's young?
Yeah. He looks like a younger, what was that guy's name that quit? That wasn't that good. Goodrich Gavart. He looks like a mix between like Goodrich Gavart and Zach Powers or something. It's
holy shit, really?
Yeah, I looked him up before this because I was curious. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And he's actually like, from what I saw, he actually has like actual jokes. Like, beginning of one bit, he's like, my brother died. I was sitting around the pool at my mom's house. He's like, it was an above ground pool. I'm not bragging. Just like, I was like, okay, there's actually like jokes here that are already better than like the first 10 seconds.
Yeah. So maybe this guy doesn't suck. Maybe he rules. But he like basically made like, and then gets, so for sure, like what happened was he goes, come out to this winery, whatever. Probably did well, had a good set. He watched, he was like, what do you think? Let me like cornered him, you know what I mean? Let's do the album, right? And he's like, I guess. So like he for sure fucking this like made him
No, he did.
it.
I know his tactics. He had to be like, look, I got, I auditioned for SNL. I got, like, he like plays up everything he's done, but he didn't actually have an audition for SNL. He made like a video audition and put it on YouTube. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and fucking did one of my bits on it. Is our Tom Myers, essentially. He's our he's Cincinnati's Tom Myers, and this guy, dude, I mean, he like weasels his way onto brewery shows and like bars and wineries, and like basically tells them like, oh, I'll take a flat fee, like, well, I'll do it for $200, and he'll take like $150 and give the fucking road people a couple bucks, and
yeah, well, his
puts on the worst show of all time. And then
we did an open mic Sunday, which that's a whole different story, but like our friend Alex Leeds, you know, just being an annoying cunt he is, love him to death, rest in peace, because he's gonna die soon, but it's, no, he's like, Jeremy, what do you, like, in front of everybody, like, trying to be, like, you know, thinking he's cool, or, like, starting shit with me. And he's like, why do you hate so much? I was just like, because he fucking sucks. And then, like, literally, like, everybody that was sitting around was, like, had a story about how he, like, fucked him over. Like, was like, yeah, he fucking fucked me with the podcast. Was like, fuck that guy, he fucked me with that Brew 2 or whatever, the Brew Crew comedy tour. And then I was like, yeah, we just talk shit on my podcast. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna subscribe to that. I was like, well, we're gonna talk shit about you too, so I don't know if I do that, but
I don't know if we're gonna talk shit. I think he's all right.
no, he's nice. He's just also got that weird thing, like, I deserve this, but I'm like, what do you do? Like, what are you actually doing?
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, he's not great at stand up at all.
I will say he's better than it's the fucking conundrum that I can't wrap my head around. Like,
it's not even fucking close. So there's a part on this Hot Breath podcast where he is talking about, he's like answering questions from these people. I don't even know who these fucking people are.
It's the people in the Hot Breath like group, like they're comedians like us, but like, you know, a few years in or whatever, a year in.
Right. So they're fucking asking him questions and shit. And he's like, you know, I used to get so mad, like, and hurt when, you know, the audience wouldn't laugh, but you don't know what happened in their day. He's like, you know, like a Friday early show is like the perfect example. You know, they just got off work. Yeah. They maybe got a bite to eat. They're tired. They just got there. You know, so what if you didn't get a lot of laughs? You didn't bomb. They enjoyed the show. It's like, what do you, Friday early's easy. That's like an easy show. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he played
the fuck Friday late show's the bad one. That's the one that's like, oh, everybody is tired because they worked all day. They just ate. They got fucking, it's 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? They're ready to go to bed.
I just really got to imagine that guy, the Joel Byers, the host guy, did not listen to that album before he had him on.
No,
he went, not, I bought it. And then I'm like, did he listen to this? Because he's like, he's so funny. He's so great. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Even when we were talking about it, I was like, dude, listen to it. Like, you have to listen to it because it's impressive. It is impressive.
It's amazing, honestly.
It is truly, it felt like he was making it out. He was like, somebody made a bet. They were like, hey, I bet you can't fucking make an album and not get any laughs. And he was like, I bet I can.
That's why I messaged you. I was like, I could have just taken all the recordings from my first 2 weeks doing open mics and put it as an album. It would have been better than that.
Dude, it's so fucking bad.
And then to read, it was a sold out crowd at a comedy club, and that's the reaction it got.
I mean, it's not a comedy club. It's basically a bar.
But I thought it was recorded in front of like 3 people, is what I thought he was doing.
It might as well have been. It might as well have been. And one of the people laughing was him. So it was it was that bad, dude. It's so horrible. I just don't know. I just don't get it, man. So there was that part of the podcast where he was talking about that.
Yeah.
Fuck, what else was he saying that was so wild?
My favorite was when he was, one of my favorite parts that made me laugh was when the host asked him a question about, branding himself, and then he just started going on about his life, and he's like, also, like, I'm agnostic. Like, I don't know if I believe, if you don't believe in a god or whatever, I don't know how you can do that. And he's like, yeah, anyway, I just want to get back to like the brand, like just like cut him off. And he's like going on and on about his fucking, like, who gives a shit about your life? I was like trying to ask about like why you called your fucking special or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, dude, there was that. And then, okay, so at the end, like, he starts running out of time because like the host, Joel Byers or whatever, is like, hey, I gotta leave at 8:30. I have to go. My in-laws are here. I'm gonna go hang out with them. So like these next couple questions, let's answer them in sound bites. And he goes off on these fucking tangents, dude. Just like, oh yeah, you know, when I'm writing jokes, I don't watch a lot of comedy because I don't want to be influenced by anything. Blah 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 blah. It's like, yeah, I don't want to be influenced by jokes.
Every single thing he's taken, everything he's done has been taken from something.
Yo, okay, this is the part I wanted to remember because he was like, you know, I use Twitter as basically my notebook. You know, like sometimes like I'll sit, like when I was living in Chicago, I would sit on public transportation, right? And I would look around and I'd be like, oh, those are an interesting pair of shoes. Maybe I could write a joke about shoes, right? He goes, so you can't walk. You need to walk a mile in someone else's shoes, unless they're clown shoes. Then you couldn't walk a mile on those because those would hurt your feet. And there was silence, right? Like no laugh, of course, right? Why would there be? And he goes, you know, that might not be funny, but it's a joke.
No, it's not a joke until someone laughs at it. Dave Attell says it's not a joke until someone laughs at it, and that's what I've always thought was the fucking definition of joke, or at least that's what I've adhered myself to.
Dude, it is wild. So the end of the podcast that he recorded, he does this thing called.
Oh God!
And also, this is another problem: is that he at one point he's like, "All press is good press," blah blah blah. So it kind of makes me not want to talk about this shit. But he's so fucking crazy. I want you.
Dude, no, if we get him famous, if he gets famous because this podcast, I'll allow it. That would be fine. I think that's cool.
He owes us. Then he fucking owes us.
Was he gonna give us a fucking host spot at a brewery or something?
Yeah, right. Can I middle for you? Anyways, so he fucking he goes, yeah, like I do this other thing, and it's called. And basically, I just do jokes and whatever, and then he disappears, and that fucking this puppet he made, which he called.
Oh, you watched it.
Dog.
I only listened to it and I heard that, but I thought he was just doing the voice. I didn't realize the shit.
The puppet
I gotta watch
pops up and he goes, yeah, I'm
my shitty impression, man.
Yeah, my shitty and we do jokes and we fucking do jokes and stuff. And like it's like the worst, it's worse than what I just did. It's like it's that fucking man. Like it's fucking dude, it's so bad.
But he got written up in Entertainment Weekly from that, and he had an ex SNL cast member on that show, and it's so bad.
Who?
The guitar guy.
The fucking kid that was from here? That was on for like 2 seconds?
Yeah, he was he from here? I knew he did a show with Ian Squints
from like
and shit.
Fairfield or some shit.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
No, I have to look. I'm from Fairfield. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, you suck at stand up, so it doesn't.
He plays a fucking guitar. I don't know.
But no, yeah. So, dude, it's fucking wild, and but the best part about it, the best part when he pulls out this fucking puppet is Joel Byers sitting there trying to find a way to end it. because that's the last thing that happens. He's like, I gotta go hang out with my in-laws now. This guy's brought out a fucking puppet.
See, I want to recap. I want to know, because I actually do like that podcast. I like the interviews. That's why I was so fucking astounded when I saw Kyle Kinane and then fucking. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, they've had so many good. Mark Norman's done it.
Sam Morrell,
Caleb Simon,
a bunch of people have done it.
Sam Morrell. Anybody that does the Skull Lounge, essentially, goes by to Joel's place and does Hot Breath. It's a great podcast. It's so fucking interesting.
Well, there's usually really good advice and shit, and it's just fun to hear the comics talk about comedy shit. But I gotta really pee real quick. Is that cool?
Oh, you gotta really pee?
Yeah. And I'm not thirsty, so I gotta go to the bathroom.
Are you fucking thirsty? I was gonna say, what are you thirsty?
I almost thought I could just do it in this glass I had on the floor, but that'd be really great timing if I just pulled it up.
Dude, fucking, what the fuck? Why didn't you do that?
I was afraid I might pee too much and then it'd spill everywhere. I didn't know. I gotta go pee. I'll be right back. Sorry.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pee too.
I'm gonna cut this part out.
So, okay. So that might be my favorite part of this Hot Breath episode. He addresses the controversy that he had stolen.
Controversy.
He had stolen a meme and did it on his Dry Bar special, right?
Yeah.
And the meme that he addressed that he stole was
not the one I was thinking.
Not the one that everyone else was talking about in the comment section. He said it was some bad joke about, what was it?
The horror serial killers and fucking what? Hopeless romantics. Always have the one that got away or something. The one that got away, right. And he goes, yeah, I think every time I did it, I thought I might have seen it somewhere, so I cut it out of my act after my Dry Bar special. I cut it out of my act after I put it permanently in a special that I sold and made money off.
And I'll be candid, I got called out on my Dry Bar special for doing a joke that people said was a meme. And it could very well have been that I didn't remember being a meme. And that I thought, not necessarily like the Dane Cook, parallel thinking or whatever. I thought it was, in retrospect now, I'm like, oh yeah, maybe I thought that was like a coffee, like a water cooler kind of thing of oh yeah, that's something people talk about. But a joke I made was when talking about online dating with my wife, that I had to ask her out on a date because her eyes were beautiful. Her eyes spoke to me. Her eyes said to me that I would regret if I didn't ask her on a date. And, but I swear I'm not like a serial killer, because the only thing that serial killer and hopeless romantics have in common is they're always talking about the one that got away. And I thought that was a joke that I maybe had heard before or some variation of. And no matter how many times I had been doing it, I was like, I don't feel comfortable that this isn't a completely original thought, so I'm going to get rid of it. I'm just going to stop doing it.
So this fucking dude, so he addresses, so you think he's oh yeah, somebody thinks I stole one of my jokes from a meme, and you're like, oh boy, he's going to fucking talk about it. He's going to talk about whenever my wife is like, oh, what are we having for dinner? I'm like, oh, you, whatever. What is that meme? It's a fucking terrible meme.
Yeah. Right.
It's, whenever I don't ask my wife where we're going to dinner
I ask her where she would like to go, and then that's where
I just go, hey, I go, hey, baby, guess where we're going tonight? And then whatever she says, that's where we go.
Yeah. Life hack.
That's a life hack.
That's a wife hack. But since it's my
wife, that's my wife hack. And literally 4 of the comments, and this made my heart so happy. It goes, speaking of fucking hacks.
But since it's your wife, you called it a wife hack. He basically explains the fucking joke. It's corny so enough to even just go wife hack, but you could just end it there. Why are you talking about?
He's the worst. He's the worst comedian of all time, dude.
And then there's
And
a part where he talks
that's
about
a
somebody
life
from
hack.
here, and I want to know who it is because I'm like,
dude, if he's shitting on anybody from here, that's fucking wild. That is crazy.
well, he says like, yeah, this guy, you know, he's gotten as far as he can go, and that's why I'm like, is he talking about like who's he talking about? Who does he think
I don't know.
is like at the top? I hope it's, but who's at the top that's still stuck here? That I'm just like, I can't figure out who it is, but I want to know so bad because it feels like he's like kind of shitting on them because he is like talking about like, I'd give him this advice because I know better, but it's like, dude, you're fucking like the worst. Like, what are you talking about?
He's like, yeah, he's like, they berate audiences or whatever. It's like, yeah, dude, you can't berate an audience because you don't know what it's like for them to actually laugh. Like, you've never had a fucking set. I would love to see him crush. I would love to see that. I would like fucking pay to see him crush, but you know it's just going to be terrible the whole time.
Well, what do you think about? Because I would rather book his own shows and do those spots. And people are like, I hate producers that book their own shows. And I was like, no, that's what you have to do. Because like, if you can't get booked or you have a problem, then yeah, you start your own show. That's what you do. That's fine. But like, don't start giving him spots on other shows because he gave you a spot on your show. Because that's the shit that fucking pisses me off. Where it's like, now we got this guy ruining shows up here and then people ruining shows down here because they're trading spots. And it's like,
yeah, I think
if you want to do
like,
a spot on your own show, that's fine. Produce your own show, do the spot. Who cares? It's your thing.
the problem is that they're ruining comedy at that place
True.
forever. Like, there's never going to be another show there because went and said he was a comedian. So the next real comedian that comes in there, they're going to be like, what? No, we had a comedian and he was the most dog shit thing we've ever seen in our lives.
He's whack as
Yeah.
fuck.
Is never ever going to touch a Go Bananas stage that isn't a
Pro-Am.
mic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's okay. Fucking, you know what I mean? Sorry, dude. Unless you fucking figure it out. You're 20, maybe.
It is crazy. He just came back in 2017 and made his own way. And then everybody's like, oh, it's so cool how you did this DIY thing. But I'm like, how is he getting traction? Because he's still putting out a bad product.
Because it's
like not
all
even
about,
the quality of his comedy, the quality of the album. Like I said, like it's fucking, the audio's bad. The lyrics in his song he doesn't even do right, and he still puts it out. Like fuck, that's the album. There's no laughs. It's just crazy.
It's yeah, dude. He's not a perfectionist. That's what he says.
Yeah, the excusing no laughs thing drives me crazy because I will torture myself over not getting laughs.
Yeah, dude. Yes, I will fucking want to kill myself after every set. I'm like, the beginning of this joke murders, but I can't figure out the end, and I'm like, it's got to all murder all the time.
You always wanted to get, and I think I feel the same way. Like, I always wanted certain things, like if I ever got a late night, I always wanted it to be Conan. I don't really care about the others as much as like to do Conan would be so cool. Or like you want a label to ask you to do an album, and it was like wanted that, but he just pressured one into like doing it so it could look like he got one, but he didn't actually get one. They like asked him to do one.
Right. I mean, yeah, like you want things. You want to get pegged in the ass. You want to eat your own cum. You know, you want to.
Yeah, but I wanted her to ask me to peg me. I didn't want to ask for it, you know?
Yeah, I wanted her to shove my cum in my mouth.
Yeah. She made me do it, and then I was like, oh, it's nice to be asked to do it, because now I feel like I'm validated in doing this. It's the same in comedy.
Yeah, I really equate comedy to eating my own cum. It's nice when other people ask me to do it.
Yeah.
But I'll do it either way.